Hello, friends. Today you will see the video on Mars, and I tried my best to make you enjoy the study of astronomy. Get to know Uranus, the planet of surprises. Uranus, the seventh planet from the Sun and the first one found by telescope, is an oddball in our solar system and has been ever since it was discovered in 1781. While other planets orbit in a regular, circular path around the Sun, Uranus takes its own unique path that's sometimes closer to the Sun than others and sometimes farther away from it. Uranus also has its own unique set of rings and rotates on its side relative to Earth, which means that from our perspective, it appears to roll around instead of spin vertically like most other planets do. What is Uranus? Uranus is the seventh planet from our Sun. It is a gas giant, meaning it's made up of mostly hydrogen and helium. Because it's so far away from Earth, we can't see its surface very well. All we can do is guess what might be there. Where is Uranus? Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun and was discovered in 1781. The planet has a radius of 3,960 miles and is 2.8 times as large as Earth. Because it's so far away from Earth, it can only be seen through a telescope. It takes 84 years for Uranus to orbit the Sun once. Uranus has 27 moons orbiting it, the most out of any planet in our solar system. These moons are either too small or too dark to be seen from Earth without using a telescope. When was it discovered? The planet was discovered in 1781 by William Herschel and named for the Greek god of the sky. At first it was thought to be a comet, but it was later proved that it is a planet by Sir Frederick William Herschel in 1802. The planet orbits at an average distance from the Sun of 2.8 billion miles and has a diameter slightly less than 4 times that of Earth. This is why it appears so small and dim when seen with the naked eye. It takes 84 years for Uranus to orbit around the Sun. It spins at an angle of 97 degrees, which means one pole is always facing towards the Sun while the other faces away from it. What makes up this planet? Uranus is a gas giant planet with an atmosphere of mostly hydrogen and helium. The planet is about 4 times as large as Earth and has 13 rings made up of ice particles and dust. Uranus rotates on its side, so one pole always faces the Sun while the other is in darkness. The rotation and tilt cause extreme seasons. During its summer solstice, it can get as hot as 73 degrees Celsius, while at its winter solstice it can be minus 200 degrees Celsius. The temperature difference between night and day can be as much as 300 degrees Celsius. This type of change in temperature creates storms which are twice as powerful than those on Earth. How long is a day on Uranus? A day on Uranus lasts for about 17 hours and 14 minutes. This is because it rotates very slowly on its axis, in a direction opposite that of Earth's rotation. A year on Uranus lasts for about 84 Earth years. The orbit around the Sun takes about 84 Earth years as well. Unlike Earth and all other planets in our solar system which rotate from west to east, Uranus spins almost vertically with its axis at an angle of nearly 90 degrees. Therefore, one side of Uranus faces the Sun while the other side faces away from it. This leads to extreme temperature variations between day and nighttime temperatures, as well as differences in atmospheric pressures across different latitudes. How long is a day on Uranus? A day on Uranus lasts for about 17 hours and 14 minutes. This is because it rotates very slowly on its axis, in a direction opposite that of Earth's rotation. A year on Uranus lasts for about 84 Earth years. The orbit around the Sun takes about 84 Earth years as well. Unlike Earth and all other planets in our solar system which rotate from west to east, Uranus spins almost vertically with its axis at an angle of nearly 90 degrees. Therefore, one side of Uranus faces the Sun while the other side faces away from it. This leads to extreme temperature variations between day and nighttime temperatures, as well as differences in atmospheric pressures across different latitudes. Why are there so many moons orbiting this planet? The planet Uranus has 27 moons orbiting it. The reason for this is that the satellites were created from material left over when its rings formed about 4 billion years ago. When scientists first discovered its moons in 1977, they were surprised to find an object orbiting so close to a planet's ring system. This made them wonder how many other objects could be orbiting it and what the interesting facts about Uranus. Uranus has an icy and rocky surface with a thin atmosphere consisting mostly of hydrogen. The planet is cold enough that water vapor freezes into ice particles on the surface. Uranus orbits in the opposite direction to all other known planets, which suggests it is likely a rogue planet that did not form in the same region as other planets. The big difference between this planet and Earth is its rotation around its axis, where one day lasts 17 hours and 14 minutes while taking just over 84 years to complete one full orbit around the Sun. It also has 17 moons orbiting it, but they are much smaller than most moons found in our solar system. Unlike Earth's magnetic field, Uranus' magnetic field flips alignment regularly, which can create some pretty cool auroras. NASA missions. In the 1990s and 2000s, NASA launched spacecraft to explore the planets in our solar system. And thanks to a 1989 decision by the International Astronomical Union, we now know that there are 8 planets in our solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. But this wasn't always so. In fact, before the early 1800s, astronomers thought there were 7 planets, even though Uranus was discovered in 1781. Uranus is a very large planet with a big blue-green atmosphere that's covered with clouds of methane ice crystals. Hope you enjoyed this video. For latest videos, subscribe our YouTube channel, The Latest Astronomy. Press the bell icon for latest videos. Goodbye.